before the British Parliament to answer questions about the phone hacking and bribery scandal at his paper News of the World. Now, Barbara, you were watching this. What's the latest?
Yeah, first of all, it was a parliamentary committee, and I have to tell you that unlike this country, if you testify before Congress, he is not under oath, but one assumes that he and his son James were telling the truth.
There are no lawyers sitting with them either.
I guess his lawyer was behind him.
Is behind him.
And you know who one of his lawyers is now? Is Joel Klein, who was our Chancellor of Schools in New York.
Right.
Okay, and it came to Rupert originally because they were going to have a whole educational project. Fine. I was very touched watching Rupert Murdoch, whatever one may think. He is 80 years old. He is seeing this empire, you know, being questioned and perhaps even falling apart. He said, "It's the most humbling day of my life." He said he was not responsible for what happened, that he trusted others. He wants to restore trust in this paper, the News of the World, which his son closed. But the big thing in terms of Americans is that he addressed the rumors that some 9/11 victims, widows, that their phones had been hacked. And he said these claims are not true, that all the mistakes that were made took place in the United Kingdom.
If he doesn't know, he said he doesn't know anything.
Exactly.
How can he say that's not true?
Right now they have checked. I mean, in the beginning, you know, and they asked, you know, how often did you talk to your editors? You know, he has an enormous empire.
You know, Barbara, the fish stinks from the head.
Newspapers.
He was in charge.
But that's why he
woke up after that
That's
picture.
why he's testifying now. That's why he said. That's why he says it's the most humbling day of his life. You know, he was in charge. It is his paper. It is his son.
Was never aware. This has been going on for a long time. It had never come to him any of these allegations.
This is what he said about his employees.
Yeah,
he actually covered his employees, which is interesting because sometimes when this happens, someone ends up getting thrown under the bus. You know,
well, two people have been thrown under the bus.
He said I employ. Well, I guess they're not included in this stat. 53,000 people around the world who are proud, ethical, distinguished people.
Well, two of his people, without spending all of this time on it, but one man who had been the head of the Wall Street Journal and had been with Rupert for something like, I don't know, 35 or 52 years.
Right.
And a woman, Rebecca Brooks, who he was very close to, has been arrested. So,
right.
I mean, this is
somebody
and it's
died.
possible that something could happen to his son, James. So,
I know.
Anyway, we have not heard the end of it, but
the first
it does not seem to
whistleblower
have spread
is
here.
dead.
He's dead.
Well,
by the way.
but that hasn't...
They're not linking it necessarily
That's
to
CSI kind of stuff right there, boy.
And that is, you see the woman in the pink?
That's his wife.
That is his wife, Wendy Murdoch. And you remember last week, I was not here, but she produced a brand new movie, and we had Lee Bing Bing on. And Wendy is a motion picture producer, and she has flown over to be with her husband.
You know what? I have to say, you know, a lot of people have been hurt by this. Yeah. A lot of people have been hurt, and perhaps Rupert Murdoch didn't know the extent. Maybe he didn't know anything. It's quite possible. But he is going to have to pay the piper now because, you know, the head of Scotland Yard has gone down, and at some point he's going to have to take responsibility or throw his kid under the bus.
That's right.
Well, so far that hasn't happened, and as you said, the head of Scotland denied that he'd done anything wrong. However, he resigned. So this is a huge story.
Forever, and we're going to be talking about this for a while. As we have with this other story, former IMF head Dominique Strauss still fighting